All right, first and second grade. This is our last lesson teaching video for social studies this year. The next video will be just a review, and then you'll have your test, and you can take it whenever you like. It should be open on Thursday, okay? Thursday and Friday, and then I probably will keep it open clear through Monday. Just so you parents rest assured, there's plenty of time to get their little, and it's not even really a test, it's just a little quiz. Or wait, no, actually, yeah. No, theirs is a test. It's third and fourth that have a quiz. Sorry about that. It is a test, but it's usually their tests in social studies are between 10 and 15 points, so it's not like terrible, like big, okay? And usually their tests are pretty easy. Grab your social studies books and turn to page 160. It looks like this. So it is May and almost done with school, and we're talking about Thanksgiving. I know, that's really silly timing, but that's what's next in our book. So who doesn't want to think about turkey? I want to think about turkey. All right, so we're on page 160 and 161. Now, obviously, if we were in school, we would totally be making some projects and displaying them and acting some things out with Thanksgiving. And we can't do that because we're not here. So we'll just have to, hopefully we can do it next year. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to show you. So we're talking about the first Thanksgiving, and the first Thanksgiving looked a lot different than Thanksgivings today. If you look at the page on 160, what do we see? We see the Pilgrims with the Indians, right? And they had their first big meal, thanking God for what he had done. And you can see trees in the background. They're outside. That would be neat to have our big Thanksgiving feast outside. And maybe some do in warmer climates, but for us, it's really cold. We have ours inside, right? And they have food at a table. Okay, so that's what they're sitting there doing. Let's go ahead and read the page together. You can follow along, read it out loud, however you want with your pointer finger. So the bold word says the first Thanksgiving. So that's what we're reading about. That's like our heading for this section. God blessed the Pilgrims with a new land. God sent Squanto to teach them. At harvest time in the fall, there was plenty of food. Because the Pilgrims were thankful, they held a harvest celebration. The harvest celebration was the first Thanksgiving. And we read in the little caption here, and that's a little Bible verse from Philippians chapter 4, verse 19. God shall supply all you need. And he does every time. Do you ever notice that? He does. Even if it's not stuff you want, he supplies what you need. And we need food and we need our families, so he does supply that, okay? Go ahead and look at the next page, and we have a chart at the top that says then and now. So back then is this what this looked like, and now I want you to think of your special Thanksgiving. What do you do that's special with your family? Okay? And what this chart is doing is comparing. So we're looking at what's similar and what's different between back then and now. So the first row, going this way, says then. And I see a pilgrim lady cooking over a fire, okay? Then I want you to look at the picture directly below it. And we see, it looks like a lady, grandma maybe, pulling food out of an oven. Do we cook over an open fire like they did back then? Well, there might be a few, but mostly we probably use our oven. Go ahead and look at this next picture. We see the Pilgrims and the Indians just maybe talking, conversing, thanking God for what he provided. And then and they're starting to get together. Look at the picture right below it, and we see your family, maybe your family going to grandma's house. Maybe you have people coming to your house. I don't know. Maybe you go to an aunt's house. Everybody does different things, but just think about that special time. And then the last picture on the top, we're going to look at this one and then this one. So it shows family sitting down and talking and eating around the table. And then if you look at the table below, they're doing the same thing. However, the tables look a little different. The top table has one tablecloth on it, and it looks like it was a homemade like picnic table and benches that they made from wood back then. Today's table and chairs, they're chairs, they look a little more fancy. We've got flowers on the table and more like place settings. But they are still similar because they're sitting down with their family and friends and eating and thanking God for what they had, okay? So we see how things were different, but things were the same. They still cooked a turkey, maybe just not on an open fire. We cook a turkey just in an oven or in a smoker or whatever we do. And then we have our family and friends. They may look different, but we kind of did the same thing, right? And then sitting at the table. So you can see. And then you can see this is probably something we would have done in school, making outfits and dressing up and having our own feast. But we're unable to do that, which it makes me kind of sad, but it is what it is. So, and that's it, guys. That is the end of the chapter. It was a super quick lesson. You have one workbook page, and it is page 155. Look what Mrs. Connor, I went to the school to get some stuff. So your workbook page looks like this. You have to, so 155, turn in your book. You can pause me while you go get it. You're going to put an X on the items or the people that are not found in a Thanksgiving celebration today. So I want to show you one example. Do we see a pilgrim or an Indian at our celebration today? I'm not going to answer that. I'll let you answer that. But you're going to put an X on something you wouldn't see at your Thanksgiving dinner today. I'll see you soon for the review.